Is it visible to you?
Yes, sir, visible.
Yes, sir.
Udit, can you read it?
Yes, sir, yes, I will. Sir, can you please increase its size?
Is it visible now?
Yes, sir, it is visible, but sir, if you just increase its size of font, so it will be easier to visit. Yes, sir, yes. So case study one, item analysis,
The pattern.
introduction.
Yeah, this is the pattern what I want.
Okay, sir, okay.
So that is the pattern. Now read it.
So, yeah. So, sir, this is the pattern of case study you want from us.
I think there is some noise is there. I do not know. Making the noise. Acha, who is QC OM BTD?
Sir,
Don't
this
know,
is
just
Imran from Andhra University, sir. Imran from Andhra University.
But whether you have registered
Yes, sir, I have registered.
your name, please.
Imran, IMRAN.
Oh, acha, you are Imran. Okay, so please you change your name.
Sure, sir.
Change your name. Now, Udit, please you read it.
okay, sir. So introduction, item analysis includes item difficulty, reliability, item discrimination, and relation of the item to the scale to which it has been assigned. Typically, in classical test theory, the focus has been on scale score, whereas in the item response theory, the emphasis is on the item itself. Item analysis is a process which examines the examinee's response to individual test items in order to assess the characteristics of those items and of the test as a whole. Item analysis is especially valuable in improving items which will be used again in later tests, but it can also be used to eliminate ambiguous or misleading items in a single test administration. There are different approaches in item analysis. In all approaches, general goal is to arrive at test having minimum item that will yield necessary degree of reliability. Classical test theory (CTT) and item response theory (IRT) are the two broad methodology to test theory. In CTT framework, using the selected sample, some indices like item difficulty, item discriminations are calculated for each item. The quality of item will be decided on the basis of these values. In case of IRT, which is also known as modern test theory, the test characteristics are decided based on values taken by the parameters of the model chosen for item response. Uh, the parameters are estimated from the samples chosen for the item analysis. Based on the values taken by the parameter for each item, the quality of item will be decided. This paper aims to examine to what extent one item measures the characteristics of test scores through item total correlation. Now, item total correlation. Psychological test measures uh, construct. Construct refers to abstraction of the concepts. The test consists of several problems or questions via items. Items is the unit of the construct, therefore, in item analysis, one of the important issues is to determine to what extent a specific item is related to the measure of the construct. According to Guilford, in determining the internal consistency of a set of items designed to constitute a test, it is common practice to correlate each item with total score, which is based in part upon the item. There are few stages for computing item total correlation coefficient. The stages are given below. Stages of item total correlation. Stage 1, check the outliers of the dataset. Stage 2, inter-item correlation. Stage 3, determining total score of each domain. Stage 4, item total correlation. Now we will study each stage in detail. Stage 1, checking the outliers of the dataset. Outliers refers to the extreme values in dataset that stand out greatly from overall values in the data. This stage is crucial and foremost because checking the outliers help us to detect any inconsistencies or any possible error in the dataset at very beginning of the statistical operations. Therefore, checking the outliers will help us to understand our data well. Whisper plot provides graphical distribution of outliers. Box plot is a data visualization plotting function. It shows the minimum, maximum, and median, first quartile and the third quartile. The maximum and the minimum is the max and min values of the data set. 50 percentile is the median of the data set. The first quartile is the median of the data between the minimum to 50% and third quartile is the median of the data between 50% to max. The outliers will be the values that are uh, out of the from the 25 to or 75 percentile. So it is the diagram which is showing the numerical data.
Yeah, this is
Uh,
quartile range. Okay.
okay, sir.
So this is the interquartile. This is the first quartile. This one is the first quartile. Okay. And this one is the third quartile. And this one is the second quartile or median. Okay. So
Okay.
this is the interquartile range. So this interquartile range into 1.5. Okay. And if there is some data, for example, this is the data, this is the outlier. Okay. Because Q3 plus 1.5 into IQR. Is it clear? So this is the interquartile range, 1.5 into interquartile range. Okay. And
Yeah.
Q3. Similarly, this is Q1 minus. One second.
Okay, sir.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
ক্লাসে আছি তো বলো কি বলছো? Okay, so in case of minimum side, so this is the Q1 side, Q1 minus interquartile range into 1.5. So if there is any value, that will be the outlier. But in this case, Q3 plus 1.5 into IQR, then that will be the plus range outlier. Okay. And if there is any outlier, so this outlier can affect our mean. Okay. Therefore, the correlation is easily affected by the outlier. So in that context, we prefer median. If the distribution is very skewed,
Okay, sir.
so we follow the median. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Clear.
Now we read the next one.
Okay, sir. Now stage 2, inter-item correlation. Correlation is a statistical measure that expresses the extent to which two variables are linearly related, meaning they change together at a constant rate. It's a common tool for describing simple relationships without making a statement about cause and effect. The sample correlation coefficient R quantifies the strength of the relationship. Correlations are also tested for statistical significance. Correlation cannot look at presence or effect of other variables outside of the two being explored. Importantly, correlation does not tell us about cause and effect. Correlation also cannot accurately describe curvilinear relationships. We describe correlations with a unit-free measure called the correlation coefficient, which ranges from -1 to +1, and it is denoted by the sign R. Statistical significance is indicated with the p-value. Therefore, correlations are typically written with two key numbers, R and P. The closer the R is to 0, the weaker the linear relationship. Positive R value indicates a positive correlation, whereas values of both variable tends to increase together. Negative R values indicate a negative correlation, where the values of one variable tend to increase when the values of other variable decrease. The p-value gives us evidence that we can meaningfully conclude that the population correlation coefficient is likely different from 0. Based on what we observe from the sample, unit-free measure means that correlation exists on their own scale. However, before we calculate the Pearson correlation coefficient between two variables, we should make sure that five assumptions are met. First, level of measurement. The two variables should be measured at the interval or ratio level. Second, assumption linear relationship. There should exist a linear relationship between two variables. Third assumption, normality. Both variables should be roughly normally distributed. Fourth assumption, related pairs. Each observation in the dataset should have a pair of values. Fifth assumption, no outliers. There should be no extreme outliers in the dataset. Inter- Inter-item correlation refers to how the score of one item is related to the score of other items in a scale. Inter-item correlation is computed in order to understand how accurately the items of the scale measure the construct which the scale is supposed to measure. It is a part of reliability which is concerned with the consistency of scale. Higher inter-item correlation indicate a high level of internal consistency. Now stage 3,
Is it clear?
determining.
Is
Yes,
it
sir.
clear now?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I am little confused with R and P.
P means P value. R is the
Correlation.
coefficient, correct.
Sure, sir.
Next one, stage 3.
Okay, now stage 3, determining total scale score of each domain. Total scale score reflects reliable variation on a single constraint. It is computed by summing the response scores of the items corresponding to the construct. Determining the total scale score of each domain is required so that the item total correlation can be computed. Now, stage 4, item total correlation. Item is the unit of behavior of the construct when items of the specific construct are related with each other significantly. It is better to compute the total scale score in order to summarize the data or the variation in the construct. Item total correlation refers to the correlation between each item and the total score. This is this will help us to understand the content validity of the scale. Content validity indicates how accurately the scale includes all the aspects of the said construct.
Is it clear now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Total score is important. Why the total score is important? Can anybody tell me?
Total score.
Why we are calculating the total score?
Sir, to summarize the data and to value the variation in the construct.
So total score represents the construct. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Total score basically represents the construct. For example, when we are studying the arithmetic achievement score, okay,
Yes.
there are 10 questions, and for each question, marks is 1. So the total score, maximum total score will be 10, and minimum score will be 0.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this total score represents the construct.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Next one is item total correlation. Why item total correlation is important? If the correlation high, if item total correlation will be high, that indicates that the item is accounting some variance of the total score. Okay. For that reason,
Yes.
item total correlation is important. Now the current study, please.
Okay, sir. Current study. One microfinance company having more than 700 employees across different states of India is interested in selecting the personnel through psychological questionnaires, measuring achievement, motivation, honesty, integrity, and adaptability. In this connection, initially some focused group discussion was conducted with customer service representatives and the higher authority. In considering the interview response, 115-item questionnaire was proposed to design. Now, objectives to examine the psychometric properties of the items measuring achievement, motivation, honesty, and integrity and adaptability. To determine the inter-item correlation coefficient by the three domains. To determine item total score correlation for testing content validity. Now, participants 284 data M255 and F29 were received from the company. Their mean age is 26.68 years with standard deviation 3.11. Of the item, 204 were graduates and 80 were higher secondary pass. Among them, 153 were unmarried and 130 were married and one was unreported. 241 people came from joint families and 43 were from nuclear families. There were 69 CSR, 10%, which is, and 28 BCSR, which is 24%, and 33 RCSR, which is 12%, and 154 SCSR, which is 54%. CSR refers to customer service representatives. Their job responsibility were loan disbursement, customer visit, and collection of EMIs, on-time repayment, customers' grievances redressal, and OD recovery. BCSR refers to Bazaar Customer Service Representatives. Job responsibilities of BCSR were uploading data, Bazaar survey, business development, repayment, MIS entry, customer calling, disbursement, assessment, and SCSR refers to Senior Customer Service Representative. Job responsibilities of SCSR are portfolio management, field management, time management, customer handling, reporting on time, focus on collection, good communication with client, 100% process policy follow-up, good relationship with all staff, customer calling, collection, customer visit, scoring, sourcing new customers. SCSR refers to regional customer service representatives. Job responsibility of RCSR were branch lodging and spot visit collection.
Acha, please you knock Rashi. What is Rashi?
Okay,
Udit,
sir, I'm messing. Yes, sir, I'm messing.
Rashi and another student yesterday have joined Motushi.
Okay, sir.
Please you knock them.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir, I messaged them in group as well as on personal chat also.
Mhm. Okay, now read the next one.
Okay, sir. So data analysis. Importing the data from MS Excel to RS. Data was collected via the Google Forms circulated among employees. The data was then transferred to MS Excel where the necessary cleaning of data was done. The image below shows a sample data sheet in MS Excel. So this is the sheet. After this, the data was imported from MS Excel to RS Studio with the following command. Hashtag importing data from Excel. Yes, do I need to read this code, sir?
Please you read the code.
Okay, sir. PSY is equal to read dot table bracket file is equal to clipboard comma header is equal to t comma sep is equal to /t. Now
This
hashtag
means hello. So clipboard means whatever you have copied. So that will be in the clipboard. Okay. And
okay,
it is applicable only when you want to import the data directly from the Excel datasheet to the Art Studio.
Okay, sir.
okay,
Separate.
sir. Okay. Now next command is checking the data size. So for that we will do dim bracket psy bracket close. Now less than 284.
Dimension.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Dimension.
284 rows are there and 18
Okay.
columns are there. So these 18
Okay.
columns represent what? 18 columns represent the items. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Next one.
Okay. Next one, check data structure. str bracket psy bracket close.
PSY basically the data set. It is called the data frame. Okay.
Okay.
Where you will get the total data.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
STR
sir.
means it is the structure of the data.
Okay, sir. Next, viewing the data. View bracket file name PSY the table. Next, identifying variable positions. Names bracket PSY.
Okay. So if you want to know that is what are the variables are there, then you can write down names bracket PSY.
Yes, sir. You have showed this in our previous classes, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, second, creation of new variable. For creating new variables of the three domains, achievement, motivations, honesty, integrity, and adaptability in R script, the following command is used. Hashtag data extraction for creating new variable. ACX is equal to PSY bracket 1:5. Second, INT.
Now, hello. Keep
Yes,
in
sir.
mind here PSY is the data frame.
Okay.
And this data frame, only the 1 to 5 columns that will be related to the achievement motivation. So what
Okay.
I have written, H is the new variable equal to PSY, then box bracket 1:5. Similarly, INT and box bracket 7 to 11. Similarly, this one. Okay.
Yes.
So
Now,
this is the box bracket. Box bracket usually we apply for the indexing. Okay. And the round bracket, sorry, half round bracket that we usually use for the function. For example, here you can find out C. Then the half round function. Okay. That is, I think it is the first bracket, right? So this is the first bracket. So first bracket we apply when we want to show the function. For example, you can find out view. View is the function. Okay. And PSY, and here you can find out the first bracket like that. Okay.
yes.
Now you did.
Okay, sir. Note 1 to 5 indicates that item number 1 to 5 belongs to achievement motivation domain. 7 to 11 indicates that item number 7 to 11 belongs to honesty and integrity domain. 13 to 17 indicates that item number 13 to 17 belongs to the adaptability domain. Hashtag naming the item of each variable. Names ACH is equal to C bracket carrier, comma problem. Now
Now
solving.
here you can find out. These 5 items I have selected, okay?
Hmm,
1 to 5,
hmm.
okay? And now I am giving the name of this 5 by using the names in bracket SCH. SCH is the new variable, okay?
Yes,
And this
Okay, sir.
variable is a one data frame. And within
yes.
this data frame, this is the variable name I have given.
So first is carrier, sir. Second problem. Third is
Yeah, problem solving, hard work, no worry, problem solving. Whatever comes to your mind, problem thinking. Okay.
okay, sir.
So, and whenever I have written head H, then I am getting this way. Okay, now you go to the Excel sheet. So this is the Excel sheet.
Okay,
It is
sir.
written many things. Now I am interested, I keep thinking, and many things are there. And so you can change the header name. Okay. So you can change the variable name by using this command. So like this, you can change. After that, checking the outliers. Now read this one.
Okay, sir. Checking the outliers. Outliers refers to extreme values in the dataset that can compromise the data. So before starting any statistical operations, the outlier is checked in R script using the following command. It is seen that in the present data, no outliers are found in each of the 3 domains. Hashtag, so the command is hashtag outlier checking. Boxplot.arch, which was our variable. Boxplot.int, which was also our second variable. Boxplot bracket adapt, which was our third variable. Then the result will be.
This is the result.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the achievement motivation, and you can find out 5 variables are there.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is the variable name.
Yes, sir.
How will we interpret these diagrams, sir?
First one, you do not find any outlier. No?
How can we know that, sir?
Here you
Please.
can find out the outlier.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So in the honesty, you find the outlier is there at the minimum point.
Okay, sir.
And regarding to the career related question for achievement motivation, the score is maximum.
Yes, sir.
Box size is high.
Okay.
The median and the third quartile is at the same level. Okay.
Yes.
And here you can find there are some people, their career related achievement motivation is low. So these are the people. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Next one, please read it.
Okay, sir. Now fourth, calculating inter-item correlation. In order to compute the inter-item correlation of all the 3 domains, the following command is used. Hashtag inter-item correlation, library, the dataset name, PSYCH, and lower code COR, ARs, ACH. The result will be shown in this way.
Hello. PSY
Yes.
is the package.
Okay, package.
So I am using that package. Therefore, after installing psych package, I have called the package by this command library. And why I have written lower code, so you will get this type of result. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Lower code means lower side correlation coefficient. So
Okay,
this
sir.
is the diagonal line. And if you write upper chord, then it will be here. Since it is a lower chord, it goes below.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So similarly, other variables are like this.
Yes.
Now next question, next one.
Now, fifth, data visualization of inter-item correlation matrix. The graphical representation of the inter-item correlation matrix is computed with the following command. Hashtag data visualization of inter-item correlation matrix. Library PSICH. Pairs.panels bracket ACH, comma main is equal to inter-item correlation of achievement motivation. Pairs.panels bracket int main inter-item correlation of integrity. Pairs.panels.
Please follow. Whenever I am writing pairs dot panels, okay,
Yes.
it will show the inter-item correlation coefficient.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
And main indicates the title. Okay.
Okay.
So now this is the result.
Yes.
And this is the title.
Okay. So what these sir, what these red lines are showing?
What is the rate?
Sir, come above, sir.
Oh, because this is a new variable name now.
No. Come above, sir, on diagram. Yes, sir. Here, where there are green below the green.
The regression line.
Okay, regression.
This is the regression line.
Okay. Now 6, calculating total score. The total scores of each domain is calculated with the following command. Hashtag calculating total score for each domain. ACH total is equal to apply bracket ACH1 sum.
Okay.
In total.
Each is the data frame and one means row. So row wise sum.
Okay.
And if it is 2, then it will be column wise sum. I have to do the item total correlation, correct? So this is the H total. I am creating a new variable.
Yes, sir.
Variable by this command. So this H total includes only the row wise total data, total score.
Now.
So now you can find out.
Okay.
This is the item total correlation. Okay. So code, then C bind, then H. H means achievement related item, achievement motivation related 5 items. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And C bind means all the items. Column wise, all the items. So column wise, all the items will be correlated with the total score. So that is the result. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So like this. Now here
Yes,
you
sir.
can find out the total score. And this is the correlation coefficient. Item total correlation coefficient, this one. Now the graphic representative of the variables. So now I find the 3 variables.
Sir, what the T sign above the boxes representing in the second and third box?
It means it's the maximum data.
Okay, maximum.
Hmm.
Okay.
So this is the histogram.
Yes, sir.
The command is HIST. Then the normality checking. This is a quantile plot. After that, data indexing. This is the total data. After that, I calculated the correlation coefficient of these variables. And you have noted the correlation coefficient very high, right?
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Close to +1.
Yes, that means,
Highest, very high.
yeah. So the
Highest relationship between the variables.
is very good construct.
Yes.
So what I have taken, the three variables, they are also correlated with each other.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in
Yes,
this
sir.
manner, you have to present your document.
Case study.
So what you are doing now, you are just at the initial stage.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And there are many stages out there.
Yes, sir.
You have to pass through all the stages. Then your writing content, that will be okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes, okay, sir. Sir, can you please share this document for our future references so whenever we just feel confused, we can check it out?
You can get it from the YouTube, that's all. But because
Okay. Fine.
information, huh?
No, fine, sir. Thank you.
ISI property, so I cannot give this.
No problem. YouTube is enough, sir.
Hmm.